Very long journey because I'm not very young. So I think that's how careers really work. You start building it from a long period of time. It doesn't happen overnight. So, I mean, I've always had an interest in business, always had an interest in making money, but doing good at the same time. And I think with the advent of impact investing and social investing, for me, that just seemed to come together in a very nice way. I had a front seat to the financial crisis that happened in 2008. We're actually seeing it happen again. Most young people probably don't realize this is a repeat, maybe not in exactly the same ways, but I've just seen very similar things that happened in 2008 that are happening now in terms of the financial system. So that's where I got my interest in pursuing business, but at the same time doing good. It's taken me about maybe 20 something years to get to where I am today. And that journey still hasn't ended. I'm still on my journey. I mean, there have been many challenges. I think maybe the primary one I would say would be, I guess it's the cliche one, that women have to balance many things, and we do, and I think men as well. So just that balance between having a family, being present for your children, and then having a demanding career and making a difference, that has always been a challenge for me in terms of how to integrate it all. I never say I have a balance. I say my life is integrated or it's out of integration. So that's been one of my major challenges. I think the other challenge has also been dealing with the question, how long do I do something for? And I think in everybody's career, we have that question. I've been somewhere for 5 years, you're making a difference. Is it time to move on? Can I do something better? Should I, apply for another job? That's always difficult in terms of the decision-making process. And I guess the best way to mitigate it is I usually ask the question, am I personally deeply happy? Am I making a difference? Can I continue to make a difference? And once I answer those three questions, then I'm clear about what the next step is going to be. And I would say maybe this advice is not necessarily just for women. I think it appeals to both. The first thing I would say is this too shall pass, is what I like to say. This too shall pass, in the sense that the entrepreneurship journey, even as an investor, can be so stressful. Like if you're able to see what is going through my head right now in terms of the portfolio companies that are struggling to raise cash, another one has 2 months of cash, another has 1 month, the leadership transitions that are going on, it can actually seem sometimes like it's the end of the world. But my advice is this too shall pass. Take every dip in the journey as a way to learn more. Never give up and just pull yourself up, dust yourself off and start again. I think the second thing I would say, and maybe this appeals more to women, is I do think we need to find a seat at the table. And that is also from an investor standpoint. I think the more women and female investors that we have, the more capital can go actually to female-led businesses. A lot of research has shown that we as women generally tend to see other women and help them and invest in them. I am definitely one example, very interested in supporting women and female-led businesses. So I do think we need a seat at the table, and if we can't get a seat at the table, let's grab a stool. But we need to do a bit better in terms of the visibility and being seen at the table where decisions are being made. As a woman, always, as much as possible, try and find another woman to support and mentor, whatever you do, because I like to say there's a special place in hell for women who don't help other women, and it can be anything. If you don't have time to mentor, share a contact that's going to help another woman, or give her feedback on her CV, or connect her with an opportunity that you think will be helpful, or just give her 15 minutes and have coffee with her. So I think that's something that all women this month should do and do it as a resolution.